guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and we're back with you with Frieren, episode 70.
Yeah. Last episode, we met an old friend of Frieren, a dwarf that doesn't seem to die, but we got to see memory through him. So what happens to memory as it fades, even though it's still like, Frieren is a good example of, she's there and to her things don't change and they're still around, but when she remembers, others will forget and they'll eventually fade into what used to be until they disappear completely. So it was really sad, but Frieren, now she understands that a little better. So she says that she'll carry that memory forward since she gets to go on. So that was really beautiful. And then we got Zayn, who had a memory of him when he was a child with his friend, and they saw, we saw how they became adventurers, how they started this dream of theirs. They
basically saw old statues of forgotten heroes. Kraft was one of them.
Who put a name on that too, so that's pretty cool. That's what Frieren is supposed to do, put names on stuff that people have forgotten about. But the most interesting thing at the end of this episode was that Zayn now has a clue as to where his friend might have gone, that he has a town that he can go to, but that town is on a completely different path than where we're going.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to choose. So what's gonna happen there? Are we separating already? Are we gonna go with him? Is he gonna go with us? We'll see. But this is where we are. So we've been sick all week. Sorry if we still sound a bit weird. I can hear it, so I don't know about you. We'll do our best, but I'm excited about this episode. Let's jump into it and push through. See what happens. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions. Let's go! He did say he was leaving with us for that purpose. We would not be mad if you left.
Just a bit. We're gonna miss you.
You have all night. Frieren, oh, new opening! I was about to say Frieren had a little knowing smile like, I know you love your friend, you'll make the right decision, it's fine. Nice little song.
No more shaking.
Do you think Frieren used to be friends with that evil looking elf that we see in the first opening? Because it looked like it was her with another elf.
I mean, she did say that there's not much of them.
Yeah, they wouldn't, well, maybe they would know. A bunch of new characters, but her, I don't know, like, it looks like she's turning evil, but we saw her, it looks like we saw her with Frieren.
So I think that they used to be friends when they were younger. Younger.
Maybe. Says the one who's always cold. Come here, Fern. Help her. Use that opportunity. My man. Okay, this is okay too. I'm Zayn. I'm on the side. I'm like, kids, I love you so much.
You think
he'll stay? Maybe.
Next day, a serious blizzard.
Stop jinxing it, Frieren.
I guess you have a long time to think about things now.
In that
weather. Bars for Zayn, magic shops for her.
He's just the shady old man.
Legendary spells.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
You know what? Do you recall in Harry Potter when they're trying to put the clothes inside their trunks and there are so much difficulties and just
in the game?
Yeah, in the game. Why don't we just take the clothes and just put it ourselves?
It'd be easier without magic.
Yeah, same thing.
Just clean your fucking pots. In this world, magic is for stuff that, you get there too late. It's too late to save them, so you use magic to bring them back to what they used to be. Allegory for the whole fucking show, if you think about it.
どうしたんだフリーレン。
フェルンの様子が変なんだよ。仲裁してよ。
I think they're fighting.
なんで俺に頼むんだ。
仲裁は僧侶の仕事なんだよ。
See, we need you. What happened, man? Again?
What did you do again?
一体何があった。
シュタルク様が悪いんです。
俺が全部悪
At
い。
least he knows. With Fern, you basically just
一人
agree.
ずつ隣の部屋に行きなさい。
It's good that we got the mama and the papa to take care of it.
この小屋に来たばかりの頃、冷たい手を当てたじゃん。
おお。
Did you do the same?
それをやり返したら、フェルンが切れ
It
ちゃっ
got close.
ガキかよ。
No, he was playing, but she was flustered, I think.
触られていい気がするはずねえだろう。このままでいいと思うか。
したいです。
When she gets emotional, she gets mad.
Always.
Defense mechanism.
仲直りしたいのならフリーレンは喧嘩の仲裁なんかしてくれないぞ。
フェルンに謝るよ。
I don't want him to leave. I'll be
したの
sad.
を反省している。悪気があったわけじゃない。
He is 18. At one point, that excuse is not gonna work. He's 80. Oh, he's just a kid.
言葉といえば私のせいですし
At heart, he's just a kid.
Frieren can say
気に
that.
してはいません。肩を押さえた腕の力が強くて怖いと思ってしまったんです。
Oh,
シュタルクのことを嫌いか。
そう見えますか？
you're not clear.
怖かったことをちゃんと話して。
もっと優しくして。
ごめんよ。
Oh, but it's good communication. He does something that makes her uncomfortable, so you discuss it.
He knows what's going on.
ザインはとても頑張っていると思うよ。
Just start dating.
助かったよ。
I agree.
俺のことをガキみたいに褒めるのは
Cause she's
実際
older.
にガキでしょ。
まあ悪い気分はしない。旅に誘ってくれた時もそうだが、
冒険に出ようとしないザインが魔王討伐に旅立つ前の私と
You needed the push. She's trying to be him also. Or remind herself of him.
きっかけを与えたかったんだろうね。勇者ヒンメルならそうしたってこと
Maybe that's why she had a knowing smile. She knows he's gonna keep going, whether he goes on his own or with them.
君が旅立つきっかけはこの僕だ。
旅立つ勇気と過ごす楽しさを教えてもらった。どうザイン、楽しかったでしょ？
ああ、
It wasn't long enough.
勇者ヒンメルみたいな。
私は今の話をしているんだよ。
信じることにしました。
よく話してたよ。必要な英雄になるってね。
I don't think he's leaving, okay? It's like his dream of the past with his friend, that's then. Now he's got a new purpose with the new family and a new adventure with them. The present. Always
や
listen
っ
to
ぱり俺は
Frieren.
ゴリラを追いかけるよ。
No.
するつもりはないんだ。
But okay, I mean, this is good too.
I mean, we might see each other again. He might come back.
He could. See you later. He knows where we're going. He comes back. Fuck that! I need to know what happens between these
い
two.
るじゃないか。
二人と違って大人だからね。きっとうまくやるよ。
He's like,
It's so hard to be a man.
don't remind me. I'm already sad.
こんなに静かなんだな。
I hope we'll see him again. Come back. Go check out that town and then come back. You know where we're going. Or if we happen to see him on our travel later on, just join again if you need it. Sometimes friends are just that. You're there for each other and then you move on. And then you come back.
まあいいか。朝飯できたぜ。
Are you okay? Oh no.
おいフリーレン、起きてくれ。
あとほんに。
No, no, no.
12 more hours.
フェルンが具合悪そうで。
Take care of her.
やめて
Cool
よ。
hands. Eee!
何それ。
ザインが残してくれた。
Yeah, right after he leaves, something like that happens.
対応する薬草がわかる。
木の判別って女神様の魔法だろ。聖典の所持者しか使えないって話じゃん。
聖典くらい持っているよ。
え？
I'm not surprised.
鍋好きにされてる。
A holy scripture.
僧侶の才能がない私でもくらいはできるよ。難しい病気はわかんない。ただの風邪だね。クソを採取した場所が近くにあったっけ？
She has a good memory.
おや
If she was conscious, she'd be freaking out. Stark is like,
Good thing she isn't.
こんな山の中に人が住んでいるだなんてな。
村だったんだけどね。
もう何十年も前のことよ。由緒ある村だったのだ
she
けど
knows.
I know. I was one of them.
ゆっくり休んでいくといいわ。
つらら桜の木があったよね。
ここから北に
You go get frozen frogs and you don't get captured by the Fire Nation.
待っててね、フェルン。薬の材料を取ってくるから。
ここに来てからずっと手を握っているな。
辛そうだからね。手を握ってあげると安心するんだよ。そうなんだ。恥ずかしい。
No.
Fern, she's like your mama. Let her be.
And Stark is your future husband. It's good to know.
ください。
But you'd be like, she's trying to act, like an adult and stuff, but even adults need comforts like this.
このくらいの女の子だったんだよ。あっという間だった。フェルンはまだ子供なんだよ。
Like a mom and her daughter.
ずっとそうだ。
そのつらら桜ってのが薬の最後の材料か。
木の根に生えているキノコだけどね。
This show is so beautiful.
Icicle cherry blossom.
We should have checked out the manga when we went to Renobré and see like what the artwork looks like in the actual manga.
冬に咲く花の中では一番好きかな。花は有毒だから気をつけてね。
Okay.
Frieren needs to find a
なんでフェルン
spell that takes photos.
普段はそこまで子供扱いしてねえだろ。
フェルンが辛そうだったから手を握っただけ。苦痛を和らげてあげる方法を知らないから。私はどうすればよかったんだろうね。
だったらもうやりたいようにやるしかないんじゃないか。心の支えが必要なんだ。支えてもらって悪い気分になるやつはいねえよ。
Oh god damn!
Of course.
He was everywhere. He did everything.
風の時は心細いからね。こうしてよく手を握ってくれた。不思議と落ち着くんだ。子供だけじゃない。
This guy had the knowledge of the fucking world. He knew how to be a good human being.
気遣う僕も
I mean,
なかなか
he was a hero for a reason.
待ってて。
Yeah, well, he had the ego to go with it.
薬できましたよ。
多分フェルンが恥ずかしがっていたのは
But it's okay.
甘えている姿なんて。
ありがとうね、シュタルク。やりたいようにやってみるよ。私が手を握ってあげるね。
やだよ。
And you can hold Fern's hand later.
じゃあキノコを回収するか。よいしょっと。
God damn.
思ったよりもでっかい。
That's one big ass mushroom. That's for sure.
よーくかき混ぜて。
すごく怖い。
私はもう子供では。
Always be a child.
知ってる。
But that's not the point. That's not why she holds your hand. Not because you're a child.
Even
to
adults
her.
need emotional support.
Exactly.
Everyone.
ありがとうございました。
だいぶ良くなったな。
ザイン様の指揮のおかげですね。
We're already missing Sein.
よし。目指すは魔法都市。
Now we have a depressing ending.
Well, a different ending, and it's the same song, but another part of the song, I think. Something happened. Sounds dramatic. I don't know.
To me, it was like the death of Fern.
I don't know if it was
Literally.
Fern. I don't know if it was Fern.
And that's a butterfly. That's Fern.
I mean,
That's
this
Fern.
could be Fern. Yeah, okay. Okay,
It's-
this is
it's-
Fern.
It's freaking sad.
I thought it could have been. I thought it could have been like, since I have a theory that she knew whoever that pink-haired elf is.
Yeah.
I thought maybe this could be her, but okay, no, it looks like this is eventually Fern. Well, eventually Fern will die, and it's like she was making her way to see her maybe in the afterlife to Oriole and stuff, and she gets to her, and in the end, it's Fern who comforts Frieren. Really sad ending then. Fuck, I don't want to talk about that.
Everybody at some point will need emotional support.
But can you imagine, like, it could be a to your eternity situation where right now we're focusing on them and their journey, But eventually, like, the end of the show could be years in the future when Fern dies. Stark could die too at one point. Like, we could lose, and this is gonna be sad. Like, when we lost Himmel in the beginning, we didn't know him. And then we're getting to know him, and I'm missing him more and more, even though I didn't know him before.
He was
but
sweet.
Fern, we know her. We're spending every episode with her. It's gonna be heartbreaking. But by the time we get there, it's kind of implied that Frieren will have gained the maturity, the emotional maturity to appreciate the time she spent with her, remember her in the right way, and it will hurt her for sure, but at least she'll remember her fondly and she'll get to move on with the peace of her in her heart. Like, that's, hopefully that death is going to be more peaceful and not fulfilling, but like, it'll feel right compared to Himmel's. Because with Himmel's, there were so many things that she didn't get to do, she didn't get to say, and a lot of the things that he used to do, she never truly, took time to think about them, because kind of like him, proposing or him holding her hand when she needed it, like, he was there for her all the time, he took care of her, in his own way, he taught her a lot about how people feel, emotions, connections, relationships, stuff that she did not know about because she lived alone in her little bubble of immortality, and now she's getting to understand this.
She lived through those moments, but she did not pay attention to them.
Back then.
But now that she lost her first team, like Emil, Eisen...
Aether?
Aether, yeah.
Well, Eisen is not dead yet.
Someday will be.
But now, I guess now, it's like he was trying to show her things that she could do, things that she could be and stuff, and she did not do that when he was alive. But now she has the chance to learn all those things, do them with her new group. So Fern, Stark, she gets to have a redo at this, another chance at this, and then when she gets
now,
but when she gets to Himmel, she'll be a completely different person with a new understanding of what he was to her and what she taught her before. But, now that since we're speaking about the holding hand thing, I guess we can talk about that second part of the episode right away.
Yeah.
They're right. It's not because you're not a child anymore that you don't need or deserve comfort. Being an adult, for a lot of people, it implies that you gotta be this tough person that, nothing gets to, and we talked about how, as an adult, you're supposed to have all the answers, but the reality of it is you don't have all the answers, and you never will. But that's just it. It's the same, but with emotions. Even though you're an adult, you can still get scared. You can still need support. You can still ask for someone to be right there. And even if you don't, if your pride gets in the way and you don't ask for support, then the people around you that love you and understand you, they should, or at least they should try to see that, oh, you know what? I don't think you're feeling good right now. I think you need some support. I'm not going to make you ask it. I'm going to be right there. And even though you say it's embarrassing, but I know what you need. It's just you won't say it, so I'll be there. I'll hold your hand. I won't say anything. Won't make you feel bad about it, but you'll be a little bit better. And with Fern, I guess it works. I think Fern, she says she doesn't want to be cuddled and she's not a child anymore because she doesn't want to look weak in front of Stark. He put a hand on her shoulder and it felt so strong. She says it shook her, and there are many reasons why it can shake her, but you can also see this as, Stark is so strong and he's a man and all of that, and he's acting like he could take care of himself and stuff. Maybe she's like, Frieren, handles me like I'm a child, and I can't take care of myself. I'm getting sick. I'm stopping them on their journey, and she doesn't want to be cuddled in front of him. I think it's a little bit of pride and a little bit of, she likes him and she doesn't want him to judge and stuff. But Frieren and Stark too, like, they understand that you say that, but even adults need and deserve to be helped and emotionally supported. I guess it's just cute. So Frieren needs to help Fern, and Fern wants to be helped, wants to be supported by Frieren. It's just now she's at that age where to ask for help or to accept it in front of Stark, it's getting too much. But Frieren will be there anyway. She'll remember that fondly, and that's what she wants. Because she's smart.
But it just means that it's fine. You can be really strong like Frieren, Stark, or Fern, but you're still allowed to ask for help, to ask for comfort.
You can feel like shit.
You can feel like shit. You can allow yourself to feel like shit to feel like shit, and to feel weak.
For all her
Doesn't
power,
mean that you're weak.
yeah, for all her power, Frieren appreciated the support that Himmel gave her back then too. It's not about being a child. It's not about, being too proud or anything. Like, it's about you feeling like shit, you're hurt or you're sick, and understanding that you have friends around you that care about you and are there to help you.
It's like you want to take care of the people that you love, but allow them to take care of you when you need it also.
And as for Sein,
we're gonna see him back
For
soon.
sure.
Like next episode. Come on, please.
I mean, maybe not next episode.
Okay.
They said see you later. That implies that, yeah, we'll see him
In
later.
10 years?
I guess he needed to close that chapter of his life, and he needs to see it through, which I understand. For a sec, I really thought he was gonna stick around because I said it in the episode, but I was feeling like maybe he thought that back then his dreams with his friend, that they're in the past, and he said no to that, but now he's got a new opportunity with new friends, and he got close to them, so
Yes.
maybe...
Yes and no. You keep saying that we need to say goodbye to the past and just live in the present, but if you think about it, Frieren has so many regrets because she didn't used to be like this in the past with Emil, Eisen, and Aether. Thank you very much. Sorry, they're dead. So yeah, I totally understand why Sein decided to just...
Well, he did say he doesn't want regrets.
Yeah.
So.
And when that is done, when he meets with his friend, said, you're an adventurer, I'm one too, it's fine, it's done, now I can go on my own adventure with Frieren, Stark, and Fern.
He could. And I mean, it's just a goodbye. It's not death or anything, and even in this world, death sounds like it's not the complete end, because we can travel to Oriole. So, we'll see him again, and it implies that great friendships carry on even if the friend is not there. You don't forget about these people. We don't forget about the time we had with Zayn. Even though it wasn't much for us, it was still a good amount of time for them. And it's not because he's gone that is forgotten. You can have best friends that you see once a year. It doesn't mean they're not your best friends when they're not around, Like, you get close to people, you carry on their memory, the memories of you and them, and then it's a see you later. You go on your way, you do your thing, and when you meet again, it's like no time has passed and you can just start again or keep going with what you were doing before. It's bittersweet, but it's something that I think everyone kind of needs to get through and understand, especially as you get older. Friends travel. When we grew up in a small town where, there were no universities, no means very at the time to go further in our education there. So if we truly wanted to do something and study, we needed to leave. So, but at that point, like, depending on where you want to go, the cities you're going to travel to or you're going to live in are going to be different from the cities your friends are going to go to. So our group separated. Like, I went to Montreal. One of my friends went to another town that's like an hour away from where we used to live. Mm-hmm. Another one of my friends stayed in that first town where we used to be. Like, we're all over Quebec, but we still talk to one another, and we travel once in a while, and we meet each other. Like, it's not forgotten. The friendship still exists. It is sad. It's not the same. It's a change, but
when we're children, not seeing like your best friend of like your best friend for 3 days is the end of the world.
But it could feel
you think that oh my god, we don't have the same friendship anymore if we cannot see each other every single day, every hours of the day.
Yeah,
but as you get older, it's becoming easier to it's fine if I just see my friend once a month, 3 months, once a year even.
But it's
we're still gonna be friends, we're still gonna have that bond with each other.
It's depending on how you are with relationships. Like, you could feel like in French we say loin des yeux, loin du cœur. So basically, the more distance you have between each other, the harder it is to love them, remember them, and be in each other's lives. Which, yes, it gets harder, but I don't think it comes with maturity, and when you become an adult and you start to understand how relationships work. Being away from someone doesn't necessarily take away from your bond and your relationship and stuff. So you should not feel ashamed. Like, for example, when Zayn needed to decide, like, am I going to follow my friend or am I staying with these friends now? It's kind of like the decision was so hard for him, and he kept remembering the times he had with both. But his decision should not make him feel sad or make him feel like he's betraying Frieren and Stark and Fern, like, or if he stayed with them, like, he should not feel like he's betraying his old friend either. Like, it's life. You move on, you keep going, and you do your own thing, but that doesn't mean you forget about the others, and eventually you can meet them later. So in his case, he needed for himself to feel better, to close that chapter with his friend and do that. So he followed that path, and it's sad, but I understand, and it's okay. At the end of the day, it's okay. That's what I say, but that's not what I feel. That's the sickness from last week.
Sorry, guys.
So that's it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching it with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
Alright, guys. See you soon for the next one.
The next one will be next week.
Bye.